Fentanyl deaths are on the rise here in our state. Last year, more than 3,500 people lost their lives due to drug overdoses, but in our state, 77% of those victims died due to fentanyl poisoning. As little as a grain of salt or the tip of a pen cap of the drug fentanyl can kill you. I spent several days with undercover agents in Nash County and confidential informants as they battled the war on this poison. It's an early summer morning. A family, kids in their pajamas,
two adults coming out,
file out of a mobile home in Nash County. The Nash County Special Response Team executes a search warrant and quickly confiscate what they believe to be fentanyl and heroin in the same room where the children were. Where'd you find it at?
In the back bedroom.
Just right open where children could be near it.
Right on the coffee table.
Children put things in their mouth, and that even makes it more alarming.
An arrest is quickly made.
Oh, are you watching?
And we are on to the next raid, this time in Rocky Mount. The SRT team approaches the door. With the help of a flashbang, they make sure the house is clear.
This house was drugs brought out of it yesterday.
A search reveals fentanyl and heroin and a stolen gun.
As you can see with the tips of these, they are capable of going through wood-framed houses, bulletproof vests.
Targeting guns, drugs, and gangs is the mission of the Nash County Sheriff's Office under the direction of Sheriff Keith Stone.
You're having more people to die from fentanyl and heroin overdoses than you are car wrecks and guns. A grain of fentanyl can kill you that is the size of 1 grain of salt.
There have been 7 fentanyl deaths so far this year in Nash County. In 2022, there were 14.
We've got 190 overdose calls this year alone. That's alarming. We had 300 and some last year, and 190. It shows that it's a growing problem.
Police work starts long before the raids and arrests, though.
She got the dope, the deal's been made.
The narc team here often uses confidential informants or CIs to buy the drugs before they can execute that search warrant. They let us come along on an undercover operation in Rocky Mount.
Well, these people coming out of the woodwork right now.
They're all coming for dope.
That CI bought several bindles of heroin, likely laced with fentanyl, in the middle of the day. Children around.
There's 10 dosage units here, or 10 possibilities of somebody dying.
Often branded with a logo like this one, Powerball, so users can figure out what dealer has the most potent concoction. They don't just want the high and not the death.
Nope. That's right. They want the high, and they'll take the consequences of dying.
We talked to one of Nash County's CIs working to get drugs off the street. Is it rewarding for you to do this work?
It was a dream.
After this CI saw a friend overdose, the informant says doing this work was a calling. This CI is actually a former healthcare worker, also a drug user. Is that worrisome to you? To be working with authorities.
The danger is what I do, and that's what worries me, because they're not always going to be there to look after me.
She says fentanyl, like you see here in the department's evidence room, is rampant. When you go and buy drugs from wherever you're getting them from, how do you know it's not in there?
You don't know.
Isn't that scary?
Yes.
So far this year, the Sheriff's Office has confiscated more than $661,000 worth of drugs off the streets. Last year, they took in $6.9 million worth.
And it can be in a $500,000 house, or it can be in a mobile home.
Or in a roadside hotel.
There where we did one last week, found drugs and a gun.
A hotbed for drugs, like here at the Hal Orr's Inn, where we went on another raid.
This will be the second time we hit this room in less than a week. Actually, when we went to serve this search warrant on this gentleman right here, he actually had a female inside that was actually overdosing. So we had to apply a Narcan to her.
This time they found fentanyl and heroin.
Well, the drugs were hidden. Some of them were hidden inside the hotel cups that you get, the little paper cups in the plastic.
The suspect quickly arrested.
We're going to prosecute these traffickers. They're the ones that are dealing death.
Chelsea Donovan, WRAL News, Nash County.
The opioid crisis, specifically fentanyl overdoses, was the focus of a recent WRAL documentary. Crisis Next Door, the fentanyl epidemic, is available right now on WRAL.com.